This special dedication of the Eberlein Family Computer Laboratory is really the cherry on top of a joyous day. My name is Mira Wonderwheel, and it is my distinct pleasure to serve as Oregon Tech's Director of Development, where I have the opportunity to work with big-hearted individuals like the Eberleins. I can work with them to power their own personal passions while advancing the mission of Oregon Tech. And one of the amazing features of this area is the view. So the students who will work and study in this computer laboratory will be able to experience this amazing view every single day. So I'm pleased to welcome members of the Eberlein family as our honored guests, Alan and Carol, their daughter Christy Parks, and Neil and Susan. Thank you so much for being here today. We're here to recognize the Eberleins for their generous support of CEET's new Extended Hours Computer Lab, which will be known as the Eberlein Family Computer Laboratory. Along with their parents, Frank and Bernice, the Eberlein family's generosity has been felt throughout the entire Klamath Falls community for generations, and Oregon Tech has been no exception. Fun fact, Alan and Neil had been business partners up until Alan's 80th birthday in 2018. During their last venture as owners of Southtown Industrial Park, many Oregon Tech graduates started businesses there, and prior to that, at Specialized Service Company, they employed numerous Oregon Tech graduates, one of which is here today. Chris Carter is retiring professor in vascular technology. But before that, yes, let's give him a applause for Chris. Before that, he was an Oregon Tech diesel alum who worked with Specialized Service Company as a machinist. And then he had a mid-career change and went into vascular technology. And then come to find out, his office was in one of the Eberlein named office spaces in the Martha Ann Dow Center for Health Professionals. So truly full circle experiences here. The Eberleins are longtime friends of Oregon Tech, supporting many initiatives spanning more than 50 years. They are steadfast athletic fans and donors who help with athletic improvements like the new flooring in the Danny Miles Court. Throughout the years, they've added and aided in successful capital campaigns, including the Campaign for the Future, which we're celebrating today, and the beautiful renovation of Cornett Hall, as well as the Campaign for the Martha Ann Dow Center for Health Professions, which is why they have the named space there that then Chris ended up working in. They truly understand that Oregon Tech is not only transformational for the students and alumni that attend, but is truly beneficial to the entire Klamath Basin as a community asset. I've personally had the pleasure to serve with both Alan and Neil in Rotary, and it's been my experience that to know the Eberleins is to truly be inspired. So thank you so much for joining us in this special recognition. Now I'd like to welcome up President Dr. Nagi Naganathan.
Thank you, Mira, and thank you all for joining us to commemorate this special occasion in dedicating this new student computer lab. Today we are recognizing many members of the Eberlein family who are known for their love for and involvement in our community here. Since Frank Eberlein came to Klamath Falls in 1932 and founded Specialized Service Company, an automotive service shop and parts distributor, his family has never stopped giving to this community. Throughout the years, as Mira mentioned, Eberleins have employed many Oregon Tech graduates and assisted many others in starting their own businesses. The Eberleins are often described as entrepreneurs and volunteers, and today we honor them as philanthropists, supporting Oregon Tech one more time. In fact, I also learned it was in the 70s they helped orchestrate a 27-foot trailer full of semi-truck parts to the then Auto Diesel Mechanics program, ensuring that Oregon Tech students would be able to learn and train on the most modern equipment at the time. I also learned your dad, Frank, was an early proponent of computers. He understood the value of embracing technological advancements, and their company was among the first to move away from a manual card file inventory to a computer-based inventory. Maybe that's one of the reasons when the specialized service was recognized as the largest automotive distribution east of the Cascades, and the family sold their business in 1984. So now, nearly 50 years later, we are gathered in front of the Eberlein Family Computer Laboratory. The lab is going to fulfill a very critical need for our students. It's going to have extended on-campus access to computers and printers with software and capacity to handle the programs for Oregon Tech's rigorous academic coursework. It can serve a lot of students at the same time, as you can see, and I'm told we can also partition it to function as a teaching lab as well as a student computer lab at the same time. Once again, they are assuring our students are learning and innovating using the modern equipment at this time. The Oregon Tech community and I are deeply grateful for what your family is doing. Please know that this lab dedication continues your family's legacy of community involvement and generosity. On a personal note, I recall meeting Alan and Carol in my office in 2018. I looked up the date, I think it was October 17th, 2018. For a one-on-one conversation to get to know each other, I was just blown away what the family has done as a business and for this community. Soon afterwards, they once again stepped up. They were kind to make a generous donation. I think by December of that year, you were very kind to make a donation to Oregon Tech. Obviously, we are celebrating several milestones today. I talked about the 50 years since they provided this truck full of great parts to our program. And you all know, in 2022-23, Oregon Tech is going to be celebrating our 75th anniversary. Now, between these milestones, I happened to discover another very special milestone. Alan and Carol celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary earlier this May. So that is a phenomenal milestone. Please join me in a round of applause. Maybe I'm digressing off the script, I have to be careful. When I called the Eberleins to leave a message, it said if you're a solicitor, don't leave a message. I still did anyway. Well, congratulations on that milestone. Alan and Carol, Neil and Susan, I invite you to come forward for a special presentation so that we can give you a token on this occasion. Oh, you can. You can be right there, Neil. Please, Alan, if you can. Okay, what do you want to do this? Alan and Neil, what did you? Oh, there it is, right. Okay. All right.
Folks, count of three. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
I will hold it this side too.
1, 2, 3. Good smile. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, Alan. Thank you, Carol.
They're going to think we're going steady or something, all these hosts like every
I have the microphone on there. So thank you again for your caring investment in our students. Now please join me in welcoming Dean Tom Kaiser to the podium. Tom.
Thank you, Dr. Nagy. As President Naganathan said, we are very excited to welcome the Eberlein Family Computer Lab and to celebrate the commitment the Eberlein family has had toward Oregon Tech and its students. Thank you. As we develop plans for different type of learning spaces, this is the one space where we gathered the most input from students. And students were very clear. They wanted an extended hours computer lab. They wanted a place where they could work at any time they wanted to. But oddly enough, the most important thing they wanted was a printer. They all said, we need a printer. And so if you look behind Al and Neil, you will see a printer. Now, it's configured in teaching configuration right now. We needed to have it as a teaching space while Boyven is being completed. But once Boyven's completed, it will go exactly to what the students had asked for. An extended hours place for them to do computing, and it will have a printer. So that will be exciting for the students. So 4 months ago, we walked through here, I think, and it was the first time I think I formally met the Eberleins. I've met some at you guys at basketball games, I think, once, and Alan gave me a great tip on where to sit. If you guys notice, we're kind of tall. So I appreciate that. I'll buy season tickets up by you next year. So that was the first time I had formally met them, and as Mira mentioned, they're very committed to Oregon Tech, and you can just walk around campus from athletics to academics. The Eberlein family is a friend to Oregon Tech, and it's truly appreciated. Thank you. Neil, Susan, Alan, and Carol, it was great meeting you that day. And I want to extend the appreciation for your financial support. And on behalf of the students, I want to say thank you. This is one of their areas in CEET that they felt was their space. And so you folks enabling that, they're very appreciative. So thank you very much. Since there is a student space, we are going to invite a student to speak. So I'd like to invite Jordan Spencer to come forward. There he is. And share a few words on behalf of the students. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, so my name is Jordan Spencer, and I am a sophomore in the cybersecurity program here at Oregon Tech. And so currently after graduation, my plan is to go into penetration testing and risk management. So I've had a couple classes in this building this year, and so far I have really enjoyed being in here. I like that it's a shiny and new building. I love that there's a ton of natural light, which really brightens the mood and the atmosphere in here. And I also really like that there's a coffee shop where I can go and get food right after class. I also like that there's more classrooms in here. This building definitely feels less crowded than others, and so that's really nice. This building helps foster innovation for students because of these new classroom spaces. Most of the chairs in the classrooms all have wheels on the bottom, and so you can always roll around and get into groups, which is really nice. And many classrooms, such as this one in here, have whiteboards that students easily have access to, which is just great for sharing information with peers. Personally, I really like using whiteboards, and so that's really nice. And the classes that I've learned the most in have promoted this group collaboration. And so we're all really glad to have these spaces. I know that when I was doing interviews for internships this summer, one of the questions that employers consistently asked me was, how well do you work in groups, or how well do you work with others? And so it's great that students have these spaces to cultivate these skills. I also know that there is a plan to hold an event in the fall centered around innovation called, I believe it's Ready, Set, Innovate. And so it'll be really great to have these classrooms. I know we have the auditorium where we'll do the big presentations, and then we'll break off the teams and we'll send them to spaces just like this one for working. So that's really great. And it's great that students, as mentioned, have this space for extended computer access and printing hours. I know that some students don't have the computer resources necessary, and so it's really great that Oregon Tech is providing these spaces to students. I would also like to take this time to thank the Eberlein family for your generous donation. I know that I speak on behalf of all of the students when I say that we are very appreciative of this new space that has come about from this. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Jordan. And it's students like them who have the excitement for these two nice new spaces. It's easy to see that this will truly be a vital hub of innovation for years to come. At this time, I'd like to invite Alan up to say a few words. Come on up, Alan.
Well, I'd like to comment on Dr. Nagi's statement that we met in his office. It was by invitation, and he invited Carol and I to come up and have breakfast with him in his office. And the thrust of the meeting was he wanted to learn about Klamath Falls, about how our community and the college fit together. And I thought, you know, we worked with half a dozen different OIT presidents, but this I thought was a new approach, and I thought it was really great. We think Oregon Tech is an outstanding university, is a key economic driver to Klamath Falls, and we're just proud to be part of it. So glad we should be part of this vision.
Thank you, Alan, and thank you to each of you in the Eberlein family. When talking with Alan about this event, he said, frankly, I just love what Dr. Nagy is doing and I want to be a part of it. So I thought that was, no truer words have been spoken. I like to be a part of it too. So Neil and Susan and Alan and Carol, on behalf of the Oregon Tech Foundation Board of Directors and on behalf of Oregon Tech faculty, students, staff, and volunteers, thank you for being champions of Oregon Tech. We truly appreciate you. In recognition of your strong investments in cutting-edge equipment and technology and campus initiatives, we are proud and honored to unveil today the Eberlein Family Computer Laboratory. Without further delay, let us proceed to the ribbon cutting and the official unveiling of the lab. Will the following individuals join me for the ribbon cutting ceremony? Neil and Susan, Alan and Carol, Dr. Nagy, Dean Kaiser, and Dr. Ken Fincher, Executive Director of the Oregon Tech Foundation. I'd also like to invite Christy Parks up as well. Come on up. Yeah. Okay.
They make fun of you if you don't cut it right, so no pressure.
Oh. And Chair Gomez, would you please join us as well?
Use the hide behind people.
Like this?
Come on, now you're comfortable here.
We can move the.
No, come on
we can
in.
move this closer.
Yeah. Put it wherever. We just couldn't make it very long.
Oh, this is the ribbon, duh.
So everybody has to kind of get in tighter.
Come
We
on
need
in.
2 rows.
Alan and I know we sit in the back.
No, you please. They don't trust me. They all don't trust me. This is. Yeah, I'll just.
I told you not to run that.
Hey, Carol, what's your own okay?
I'll let you. I'm afraid I'll hurt myself if I can.
Alan and Carol, why don't you move in, but I will come to that.
Come on in.
Please, move in closer to the mic.
One more.
All right. Squeeze in.
They won't stab each other.
That's right.
I swear.
Watch out.
I put
Okay.
you, John.
Let's do a camera shot while you're
Squeeze right next to you.
ready to cut. And then we'll count down. 3, 2, 1.
I didn't even hurt myself.
Now we will do another toast, but this one we are planning to do inside of the computer laboratory. So if you have a glass of wine, please top off your glass or refresh with a new glass. And let's make our way inside of this beautiful lab. We can see the view and we'll do a toast inside.